What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're diving into Marvel's latest big swing, the Fantastic Four. Yes, that Fantastic Four. The one we've been burned by twice already, but this time, I've got good news. I saw it, I sat with it, and I actually liked it. A lot. Now today, we're breaking down the story, the cast, the CGI, the family dynamic, and yes, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. There's a lot to cover, so let's jump right into it. Let's start with what might be the best part of the entire film. It's a standalone story. That's right. No multiverse to catch up on, no hours of Disney Plus homework. You don't need to remember what Kang did in season 2 or Loki or where the TVA fits into this. You just sit down and watch a story unfold. And honestly, that alone made the experience 10 times more enjoyable. Setting the film in the 1960s was a genius move. From the design of Baxter Building to the Cold War era science vibes, everything screamed retro futurism. The wardrobe, the tech, the music, and it all felt authentic. It gave the film a nostalgic flair while cleverly stepping aside the MCU's timeline baggage. It reminded me of when the X-Men First Class leaned into the historical setting. Plus, it helps explain the team's optimistic, idealistic tone, the product of their time. And it worked in the favor. It respects your time. And that's something Marvel haven't done in a while. And now, to get to the cast, because let's be honest, the movie lives and dies on the chemistry of the four. Let me say this up front. They nailed the casting. The team feels like Fantastic Four. The chemistry is there. The banter feels natural. The tension, it's believable. Johnny Storm is everything you want him to be. Charming, reckless, hilarious. Right? Sue Storm isn't just a girl on the team. She's smart, strong, central to the plot. Ben Grimm, the Thing, is a total scene stealer. They give him depth, vulnerability, and some of the best lines in the movie, I would think. And then there's Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. And look, we were all skeptical, and I get it. But honestly, Pedro did pretty well. I didn't hate him. I also didn't love him. Pedro brought a calm intensity to Reed. He doesn't feel robotic. He's very thoughtful. He's human. And the moments where logical starts to clash with the emotion, that's where Pedro shines. He's a very different kind of Reed, but one that works. But what really makes these characters come to life isn't just who plays them. It's how they interact as a family. It's a big part of this film. And this is where the movie really sets itself apart. Look, this is not just a superhero team. It's a family. And the film, from the very start, makes that loud and clear. From the opening scene, you feel the lived-in relationship, the arguments, the inside jokes, the way they lean into each other when things fall apart. And then there's baby Franklin Richards. Yep, the Fantastic Four have a baby. And no, it's not a gimmick. It's a key emotional anchor. Franklin raises the stakes in a real way. Reed and Sue are trying to save the world while protecting their child. The tension between being a superhero and being a parent adds to the realism that we never really got in a Marvel film before. There's a scene, no spoilers, where the world, it turns on them. And you saw this in the trailer. Not because of something they did, but because people are scared. They don't want to die. And the public, the government, the media, they turn fast. It's heartbreaking, and it's forced the four to not just fight for survival, but to prove that they're still trustworthy. And how do you sell all that emotion? The betrayal, the fear, the family tension. You do it with writing. So let's talk about the script. Let's give credit where credit's due. The writing is strong. Every character has this unique voice. The dialogue feels natural, not forced. And best of all, it avoids the usual Marvel trap, the undercutting of a very emotional moment with a joke. There are jokes in this, but they fit the formula. Reed speaks like a man who overthinks everything. Sue keeps the team grounded. Johnny brings fire, both literally and with humor. And Ben, his lines hit deep. You feel his pain, his pride, and his loyalty. You know, he's the one that got to change the most. Well, physically anyway. One of the best things here is the movie isn't afraid of silliness. It gives characters moments to breathe. And when the emotion runs high, the dialogue supports instead of running from it. A lot of the older Marvel films, they just don't let it breathe. Superman did this as well in the DC universe, where a joke is directly right after something emotional. They don't give it time to breathe. Not in this film. They give it time to breathe. Now, you have amazing dialogue, but if the music doesn't match the mood, then it falls apart. Thankfully, the film's score understood the assignment. Let me say this. The music in Fantastic Four does not get enough love. The orchestral score fits perfect. It's like a balance between cosmic wonder and grounded emotion. When Galactus shows up, the music turns dark, almost horror-like, and you feel it in your chest. The soundtrack doesn't just sit in the background. It guides the emotion of the film. And honestly, it makes the experience better than it had any right to be. But let's be real. This is a Marvel movie, okay? Let's talk about the CGI. Was it good? Or are we still in unfinished cutscene territory? Well, let's get out of the way. The CGI is mostly really good. Reed's stretching fine doesn't look like a PS2 graphics. Johnny Fire effects are crisp and fluid. Sue's force field have texture and weight. And Ben Grimm, well, the Thing looks amazing. Every time he's on screen, he feels real. But let's talk about the two big visual effects set pieces. Number one is Galactus. He's not a purple fog cloud this time. He's huge, detailed, terrifying. A cosmic level threat you can actually see and believe. And two, Silver Surfer. This is where things get a little messy. At times, Surfer looks phenomenal. The chrome reflection, the speed, the way she carves through space. But then you get this like weird close-ups where the facial CGI feels rushed. Not awful, but definitely not as polished as the rest. Still, when Silver Surfer's in motion, she steals the scene. So it's solid visuals, great acting, strong writing. What exactly did this film get right? Let's break it down. So here's what the movie does really well. You don't need to watch 20 other Marvel projects, right? The team actually feels like a family. The villain, Galactus, is terrifying. Characters have heart and flaws. The score, the story, the emotion, all landed. And yes, Pedro Pascal pulled it off. Fantastic Four isn't trying to be flashy. It's trying to be good. And for the first time in a while, Marvel gave us something that respects the audience and the source material. Of course, no movie's perfect. Let's talk about what didn't quite work for me. There are a few rough edges. The pacing in the middle, especially when the cosmic stuff kicks in, it gets a little fast. If you're not familiar with the lore, it can be a little bit too much. The third act, while epic, maybe leans too hard into CGI mayhem. And like I said before, Silver Surfer's face needs a few more rendering passes. Not a deal breaking, but noticeable. Still, these are nitpicks. None of it breaks the film. So, where does Fantastic Four land in the Marvel timeline? Is it a turning point or just another speed bump? Here's the bottom line. Fantastic Four is a Marvel soft reboot, and it works. It's emotional. It's entertaining. It's well acted, well written. Best of all, it doesn't ask you to care about 50 other things before you care about this. This movie reminded me why I like superhero films in the first place. No multiverse strings, no empty cameos, just characters, stakes, emotion, and Galactus-sized threat that actually delivered. So what do you think? Did you like the film? Did you not like the film? Is Pedro Pascal your Reed Richards now? Did Baby Franklin melt your heart, or just an annoyance, or where are they going to go with it now? Were you surprised by Galactus as I was? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you on the next one.